Welcome everyone, it's Strigmar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to be continuing along the path. It's not like I'm not considering that other game, Queen's Blade Limit Break. I just don't know anything about it. And no one seems to be, other than me, even is playing. Like, I don't see people playing it. So what is it really about? What is it really about? But before we do that, I want to do Avion stuff anyway. Because I haven't been doing that. Keep going. Of course. Okay, note to self. Gotta block revive that in order to actually get this out. The only way to make that convenient. Like, there is a way of getting them eventually, but block revive is probably the best one. Ya know? Floor 12. Yep. Floor 12. Keep on going up the tower. I'm just trying to do something. Doing the daily raid video as usual. These annoying support champs and waves are not what I'd like to call fun, but it's something the game likes to do. There we go. If I can keep climbing up this tower, can reach the second secret room. Getting past these umbral enchantresses and there we go. Are we? Yes, we're very close. We're very close to that secret room. So, do any of you know about... And I probably should make a separate discussion piece about that new game because I don't know anything about it other than it's got pretty ladies in it. But what else? What else does it have? What does it possess? That's what I'd love to know. Because I don't actually know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery box. HP champs. We don't have much in the way of HP-based nukers. I do have to check my Deliana. I did that on purpose, just so that Deliana has some extra strength when we put her in there. So, HP-based champs. I probably have to upgrade that other champ too. I'll try this. I'm gonna try this mixture real quick. Start with the colony expands. Unfortunately, it's going to be mostly support champs. So excuse me if this isn't the fastest run. Because, that's literally what we're up against. Because I do want to investigate Queen's Blade Limit Break. I just don't know if it's a scam or an actual game. That's what I don't know. That's my problem. Is it just a scam or a legitimate game? You know what? I want to type that up. I just want to know. Is it a scam? Or is it a game? That's what I need to know. Because here's the problem. I don't know if it's a legitimate game or not. That's the issue. As we fight our way through these Vrasks and stuff. Oh, really? Woad painted, man. Yeah, this is not the best way to do this, but it's kind of what happens when all of, like, my only damage dealers really are poisoners. Like, these are great in, like, boss fights, but not versus Doom Tower waves. But we still got him. And that gives us another 3 fragments of Rian the Conjurer. I still want the actual Rhea and the Conjurer, but that will take some time because, well, not that much longer. I estimate it can probably be done in this rotation if I get every secret room. Like every one. It's possible. And then, of course... And then, of course, there's Dark Kale. Which... I will be very surprised if I don't get some ridiculous champions before I get Dark Kale, to be honest. He's a good champ, but I'm probably going to get someone equal or more valuable to my account than Dark Kale by the time Dark Kale actually shows up. That's the interesting bit of that. Now we're going to want to attack Jorg, Old Hermit Jorg, because Old Hermit Jorg is a problem. There we go. We're going to keep it up. Keep up the heat. Because I've got to get to the boss. All right. We're going to keep going up because I want those gems anyway. There we go. We want to take one of them out of the equation, you know, the Sky Touched. Because until we take Sky Touched out of the equation, we're not safe yet. Oh, it doesn't look like there's any revivers. But the Skull Crown still has that passive. Alright, let's just keep it up, because I need to get to the end of this dungeon. Deal with these guys. Of course you want to be uncatchable. Of course you do. him, block his revive, get the gems. Okay, so Scarab Nut Bar. Now there's a couple ways we can approach Scarab. I'm going to elect to do some new ones. Because I feel like it. Okay, so we're going to try a quick poisoning technique, but with a bit of a twist. And since it's Spirit Affinity, Valerie will be a... Where is she? Hiding somewhere in this... There she is. I was about to say, she's like hiding somewhere in the matrix, into the massive pile of characters I have. Because here's the thing, if you play this game long enough, you'll get a lot of characters anyway. You just have to be more dedicated by a very significant margin than the average player. And by doing that, you suddenly not only get past the campaign story, but delve into whole new areas. Say, I can block revive that way. There we go. Now we're to the boss. Punch the turn meter down. Try to get some poison on it. I think resist is pretty good versus this boss. Get some poison on it. You don't want to use this ally protect, because you don't want to give them too many buffs to steal. That's how you want to go with this. Now the backup strategy is if everyone dies, Vergus comes up the rear and messes him up if all else fails. But Vergus is just the destroy gear application and backup. That's what he is for this version. His main job is just poison, see? Break that barrier. And in 100 rounds, we blow up the Scarab. That's one way to do it. Poison that Scarab. We could take a look at our fragment summons. Ran the Conjurer at 88. Yannicka at 77. And then we can do clan quests. We're going to want to aim for stage 10 plus. Not even hard to get there. Although I'd much rather try to do it at 16 plus because it's like a happy medium. Here we're actually gonna want a mixture of things, right? We're gonna want I'm gonna do a weird exotic team comp. So I'm gonna go Vizier, but I'm also gonna want something for clearing waves. Let's try this mixture. Vizier is there for a very specific reason. I will be doing other debuff increasers for other accounts because that's what a lot of what this is. See, I don't mind if it has pretty ladies in it. I just want to know, is it a real game? Is Queen's Blade Limit Break a real game? That's what I want to know. Or is it just a fraud scam? Is it just a scam? That's what I want to know. Is it just a scam to give me viruses? Or is it an actual game? That's what I want to know. I see the ads, but is the ads like with Raid where it's an actual game and I could play it and blah, blah, blah? Or is it not what it seems? So, as you might have surmised by now, the goal of this team comp is simple. Start stacking debuffs on this boss by any means. Vizier is one. You can use Aox if that's all you've got. But something like Occult Brawler is valuable for this because he gives extra poison. If you don't have Occult Brawler, Orin will work. Right now I'm just doing it with Occult Brawler because he's the most consistent because he puts up poison every single turn. Which, by the way, is borderline overpowered. Just want to point that out. The main purpose of Sepulture is to keep the whole operation running smoothly. That's the main purpose here. I don't know if we've filled the debuff bar. We probably have. Yup. Now, what are we doing this for? Energy fuel. Because we're low on it. That's why. Stage 15 plus. Okay, this one's kind of a joke. 5 million silver is a bit worse. Alright. Do it at stage 16. And then put Vizier in there. Vizier has a very specific function as the colony expands. Joke's on them for putting lock skills, because you can't... The only skill that... Like, I'm only really doing Occult Brawler for one skill. Can anyone guess what that skill is? His Razor and his passive, which can't be shut down. That's the only real reason I have Occult Brawler here, is to get as much poison on everything as I possibly can. We'll be looking for other clan quest stuff as well. The main reason I'm looking for doing it on here is because this account needs fuel, and I need it by any means necessary. Getting all that poison on there with the colony expands and that kind of deal is going to continue to poison these enemies. Poison. Colony expands. The goal here is just to build up as much poison on the main boss as possible. That's literally the goal. Get that colony expands on there. Trying to make sure that the poison stays as long duration as I possibly can. That's the whole point of this team. Because if it fails that, it fails its intended purpose and it has to be restructured. The debuff stacking science. Debuff stacking science. There we go. We filled the debuff bar. There we go. Our energy fuel is looking better already. And we don't have anything from that today, so we're just going to have to hunt for more energy fuel in the future. Aha. Oh. Free gold bars. Anyway, we'll be continuing this stuff in the next episode.